apresentar, I also invite to the stage the following panelists. Também convido ao palco os seguintes painelistas. David Beckman, Circle of Protection and President Emeritus of Bread for the World, Círculo de Proteção e Presidente Emérito da Bread for the World.
So I will turn the microphone to our first panelist, David Beckman.
The coalition that I coordinate is the Circle of Protection. It's an advocacy coalition of U.S. church bodies that they include 100 million people. And we try to get the Congress to protect and expand money for things that help poor people. And then Bread for the World is a grassroots, faith-based advocacy movement of 500,000 active people across the United States and 1,000 congregations. This session is about setting priorities. There's so many things that need doing. I see, as many speakers have said in different ways, that the revival of progress against hunger and poverty is a foundational priority for faith leaders. It's the first of the 5 priorities that the Forum leadership has set for us, and it has clear connections to the other 4 priorities. Over the last several decades, the world has made unprecedented progress against hunger and poverty. In 1990, 2 of 5 people in the world lived in extreme poverty. Right today, it's less than 1 in 10 people in the world who live in extreme poverty. This is an extraordinary liberation that we've been through. I see it as a great exodus. It's an exodus, like the exodus of the Bible. It's an experience of God in contemporary history. And I believe that God is urging us to keep it going. But progress against hunger and poverty has now stalled. In some respects, it's been reversed. Yet past successes have taught us a lot about what works. We know how to get progress going again. Our main problem is that the governments and people of the world have other priorities now. Lack of political will, or wobbly political will, is the binding constraint. Faith leaders can help to change this situation. First, by teaching what all of our religions have to say about the importance of action and advocacy for the most vulnerable. Sadly, a lot of religious people are oblivious to issues of social justice and sometimes opposed to social justice. Second, the faith community can help to build push organizations, advocacy organizations, for example, or organizations that represent disadvantaged people. This year's G20 summit will launch an international push organization, the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty. President Lula proposed it and sees its launch as the main business of this year's summit. An intergovernmental task force has developed plans that will allow the alliance to mobilize funds and knowledge from governments and financial institutions, and then to connect those funds and knowledge to effective programs and policies. Just last month, a minister-level meeting unanimously approved the launch of the alliance. The launch will be at the G20 summit in November. They aim to get more than 100 governments to submit statements of commitment, their own commitment, and then to join the alliance by the time of the summit. To get 100 governments to take action in a few months is no small task. So I suggest that this year's Interfaith Forum should help recruit governments to the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty. We might express our support in publicity work we do together, or all of us can talk about nobody around the world's heard about it yet, so we can talk about it on our social media so that there's some buzz around this opportunity. Some of us have contacts or networks that can encourage our own governments to make serious statements of commitment to overcome hunger and poverty and to join the alliance. If you can recruit a government that is not a member of the G20, that would be especially helpful. I think about our friends at the African Union Commission, for example. I also suggest that the Faith Forum set up a process to keep track, to hear from us about what we're doing on this issue, and then to sum it up for all of us. If the people in this room can recruit just 5 governments to join the Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty, that would be a significant change in the momentum to the world's movement to overcome hunger and poverty. Obrigado.
Thank you very much, David. And now